Ya. Tadi keluar kah? Tidak mau. Mau tadi ke sekolah.
So good
So good
morning.
morning.
My voice
My
is
voice is
audible.
audible.
Yoga? Yoga? Yoga?
Rekha,
Rekha,
Rekha, you're there?
you're there?
Yoga? Yoga? Yoga?
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning,
Dinesh,
sir.
sir.
Dinesh, sir.
Good. Rekha,
Rekha,
Rekha, can
Rekha,
you hear
can you
me?
hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's an
there is
echo
an echo
coming,
coming,
Rekha. I
Rekha.
don't
I
know
don't know
why this
why
echo
this
is
echo is
coming.
coming.
Can you
Can
please
you
check?
please check?
Did you? Can you hear me, Reka?
Dinesh sir, good morning, sir.
So good morning, sir. Dinesh, sir.
Good, good morning, ma'am.
So your voice is not audible, sir. Your voice is not audible, sir. Can you unmute it? So you can hear our voice. We couldn't hear your voice, sir. Rekha, can you please check, Rekha?
Yes, ma'am. I'll call
Rekha,
you, ma'am.
yeah,
Yes,
just
ma'am. I'll
check
check.
sir's voice. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, we can hear you, sir.
Is it audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's audible, sir. Now it's audible.
All right, just a
Yes.
minute because I just did this. All right, fine. Please.
Yes.
Ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, Rekha, we can start.
I made a call to principal, ma'am. She's quite busy with the secretary sir's meeting, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Yeah.
shall we proceed, ma'am?
Yes, we will
Yes, ma'am.
proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Dr. Charumati. Dr. Charu.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We can start, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, sir, and good morning to everybody. I welcome everyone for this webinar on IPR. I call upon Dr. Amardavalli, ma'am, MHRD, IAC President of DKMC, to welcome the gathering.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Charmati. Good morning to all the staff and the students of various departments present here for the online webinar on Introduction to IPR and its significance. This webinar is organized by the Institution Innovation Council of and the National Innovation Startup Policy of DKM College for Women. I thank college management, principal, staff, and the students who has given me this wonderful opportunity to propose the welcome address. So, a warm welcome to everyone on this beautiful day. Today, we have our chief guest, Dr. Dinesh Kumar Sir, among us, Assistant Vice President, Ideation, IP, Chennai, among us. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of our college management, principal staff, and the students. Uh, Today, sir is going to talk on Introduction to IPR and its significance. Among his busy schedule, sir is here among us, and let us gain knowledge regarding the IPR and its significance. Further, I would like to welcome and extend our gratitude to our beloved Secretary Sir, D. Maninathan, and our college president, Dr. T. Shivakumar, sir. I welcome you, sir, for this webinar. And I also welcome our college principal, organizing committee members of IAC, CEL, and NISP. And I welcome all the staff members and students of various departments who are present here for this webinar to gain knowledge on IPR. Once again, I welcome each and everyone for this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I welcome Dr. V. Rekha, Assistant Professor of Zoology, DKM College, to introduce the resource person, Dr. Dinesh Kumar.
Good morning, all. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Dinesh Kumar, who is presently working as Assistant Vice President for Ideation IP and Intellectual Property Research and Analyst firm at Chennai. He has completed his post-graduation in toxicogenomics from the campus of Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai, and later pursued PhD in Bio-Nanotechnology from University of Madras, Chennai. Before joining the Office of Ideation IP, he began his career as project scientist for Patent Information Center at TNSEST, Government of Tamil Nadu. During this period, he had played a proactive role in taking the initiative of establishing the IPR cells in universities with the help of Ministry of Science and Technology, and he has also coordinated them to guide in providing information and filing assistance on IPR, especially patents and copyright filing procedures in India. After a successful tenure in TNSEST, he was offered to manage a reputed IP law firm, Rights and Marks in Chennai, as Deputy General Manager. With overall experience of around 13 years serving the research, academic, government, and corporate sectors, he has also authored around 5 national and international research publications and as co-inventor in 2 patent filings. He conducted topic-specific IPR sensitization workshops and campaigns for the students, scholars, and scientists in the universities, engineering colleges, and R&D institutions. He provided guidance on intellectual property strategies as well as analyzed third-party intellectual property competitive intelligence. He successfully completed the in-service training at Patent Facilitating Center of Technology Information Forecasting Assessment Council, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India at New Delhi on IPR issues, patent database tools, innovation management in knowledge era, and IP consultancy and management division. With this note, I welcome Dr. Dinesh Kumar. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the brief intro of my profile, Dr. Rekha. And I would like to say thanks to Dr. Amritavalli, the president of this IAC. Thank you for the beautiful inaugural address. Thank you so much, ma'am. So I guess almost all the people who have been participating here are from science and technology background. So the intellectual property, the topic, whatever is chosen for this webinar is very apt. And I hope that this session, what I'm going to talk for the next 1 hour is going to be much interactive, and I'll be able to clarify what are the doubts you have. You may note down your doubts and you can trigger those queries at the end of this session. So let me talk getting into the basics of intellectual property rights. See, here I'm not getting into the more depth of the subject. So wherein here, once after finishing this presentation, you will be understanding what is intellectual property, what are the components of intellectual property rights, and how far it is useful to your subject domain. So this is what we are going to discuss in detail. So more deeper, like getting into that, many people think that intellectual property is something an alien subject. It is not at all alien or complicated or a dry subject. Most of the science and technologists, or even the researchers, even the students who are on this science background, they think that IP is not at all relevant to them. So they simply ignore this topic and they will let their focus in other domains of their interest. See, this is like a tool. So for the research, whatever that you've been doing for so many days or so many months or years, so finally the output, the research output can be protected by means of a tool, nothing but intellectual property rights. So now let's getting into the basics of intellectual property rights. let's dissect this term intellectual property rights, different terminologies. Let's say property. What is property? So hopefully everybody knows that the general meaning of the property, right? So let me present the slides from here on after so that you can get to know. Hope you're going to. Are you having a visuals of my presentation? Could you please
Yes,
confirm?
sir. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Great, right. So now the thing is like now I'm going to talk about what is property definition. Property's definition is nothing but something that is owned by someone legally is nothing but property, right? So whatever you are possessing in your legal means, it's nothing but a property, right? And this property is normally classified into two types. One is movable, another is immovable property. So under immovable property, you feel that the property can be moved from one place to another place. Examples of movable properties can be like cash, ornament, or precious cars or vehicles, whatever that is in material objects that are having a high value, which is having a kind of more value, is coming under mobile property. And coming under that, other more immobile properties, the properties that cannot be moved from one place to another place, can be your flat, the properties like the villas, the land, all these properties, because you cannot move your home from one place to another place, right? That's what it calls immovable property. And these two properties, immovable properties and movable properties, can be classified under tangible property. What we say it is, you feel it by physical appearance and physical existence. That's called tangible property. You feel it by touch, then it is called tangible property. So this is actually existing definition of the property, and which is fetching maximum value for individual growth. It is not at all responsible for the other growths. It could be useful only for your growth, right? So this is the old concept of the property that is already existing. Now the scenario is being shifting to the other property, which is called intangible property, or it is also called as intangible assets. Intangible assets or intangible property is nothing but the property that cannot be felt by its physical appearance or physical existence, or you cannot feel it by touch. So, for example, you have your ideas, you have your creativity in your mind. Is it possible for anybody to touch those creativity? No, right? I'm sure that it is not possible to touch the creativity of your own knowledge. Knowledge cannot be easily available in the form of material. So this is important. So this intellectual property is nothing but intangible assets, or it is also called intangible property. So it is acquiring a lot of importance these days. And here there is not only useful for your personal growth, it could be used for the country's economical growth, cultural growth, and also it could be used for the industrial revolution. The kind of the technology that is being advancing day by day, you are contributing to that. So that's what we say. This is also almost many times almost similar to the real forms of the property. For example, when you are having a land, when you are having a home, when you are having a kind of apartment or flat, you are going to sell it, or you are going to give it for rent. You are going to give it as a gift. The same way, once if you are having an intellectual property on your name, you can also sell it to others, or you can gift it to others, or you can give it as per lease. Lease is nothing but, in this terminology, licensing, we say. So this intellectual property, what exactly is the definition? So according to the World Intellectual Property Organization, World Intellectual Property Organization is the single umbrella under which all the countries throughout the world will be members. So according to the definition given by World Intellectual Property Organization, it refers to the creations of mind, such as inventions, literary, artistic works, designs, symbols, names, images used in the commerce. So this is nothing but the definition that's been given by. So now we are going to talk in detail what is this intellectual property and what are the components, main components that are useful for your subject as well for the growth of your career. In what way that is important. Yeah. See, as I told you, creations of your intellect mind is nothing but an intellectual property rights, and this is not going to be like uh, finite source. So it is kind of infinite renewable resource. So that means the moment once after you are getting one idea, you are not going to be satisfied with one idea, right? So you are, later you will be spending more time to come up with a different idea wherein to solve the problem in a much more better way. So that means your mind doesn't have a limitation. So it is infinite renewable resource, we say that. So we can come up with n number of thoughts, n number of ideas, n number of creations, so as to solve the problems that are existing in the society, and also to come up with a kind of solution that requires from by the society. So here, what exactly is required by you? Here, you may think that, okay, do I require some money? No. Here, nothing is required for you. You require only your knowledge. Your knowledge is precious, and here, your knowledge is an investment. Your knowledge is an investment. That's the reason we call as knowledge capitalist. So knowledge capitalist is nothing but your knowledge investor. So here there is no need for you to put some money and then I don't have money. So what should I do? Your knowledge is itself an investment. So it is mostly used for today's economy. I can say that it is contributing to the knowledge economy of a particular country. Not only you are getting benefit, you are also contributing to the development of a nation as a whole. So that's what it is, a very key component even when you are establishing a business. For example, you if you say that I'm interested to get into the business by exploiting the creativity of yours, but in a very commercial scale, you can also form a business. So this is a very key component and is also a new wealth of nations. So why I said that here IP is a new wealth of nation, because what comes is most of the times all the countries like America, Europe, Australia are all these called as developed countries or developed nations. Why are we saying that they are developed nations? But why India is still developing? Because they protected their intellectual property very efficiently, and then they are entering into the market of India, and we are contributing to their economy so that they protect everything. That's what they've been developed, because we've been contributing to the other economies instead of contributing to our economy. So we are very good at having a knowledge, creativity, and all, but we are very weak in protecting our intellectual property. I mean, we are very weak in protecting your intellectual creations or creativity. How we are going to protect those things, we are going to check in the coming slides. So now you may say that this is a very new concept. Intellectual property is not a new subject. It is already existing since from the ages. I can say that in the 15th century, Venice is the first country, because Venice is the good trade center where a lot of scientists and inventors are being placed, and that country first felt there is a necessity for establishing an intellectual property law. So Venice is the first country. Imagine 1474 AD itself, they have started intellectual property now, but in India, we've been starting for the past just 100 years before. So just like, they say that in India, 1888 only we have been started also. And there are some other countries which started their intellectual property in England, 1624, France, Germany. So these are the major efforts. I don't want to talk about these things because it's not relevant to you at present context. So just wanted to understand you that this IPR is not an old concept. It is it is not a new concept. It is a very old concept which is existing since from the ages. I can say 1474. Let's come to the slide. After we have learned what exactly is the definition of intellectual property rights, right? Now this intellectual property rights is classified into two types. One is industrial property rights, the other one is copyrights, right? The reason why I'm mentioning this industrial property rights means the IPR that is mostly relevant to the industry purpose, we are classifying it under industrial property rights. Under the industrial property rights, you have patents, designs, trademarks, geographical indications. And under if we say that copyrights is something that protects the artistic, literature, dramatic works, and sound recording, computer books. All these things could be protected under copyright. Now, we are going to take more emphasis, more importance on the industrial property rights, and we will come step by step. What is patent, how we have to patent, and when it is required to patent. All these things we are going to learn in the coming slides. So now we hope you understand till now what you have studied. We have studied what is that is the definition. Definition of intellectual property is nothing but creations of the human intellect. And now coming to this slide, you are talking about the classification of intellectual property rights. This intellectual property rights is classified into industrial property rights and copyrights. And industrial property rights, patents, designs, trademarks, right? Hope till now you understood what exactly is it. And now let's get into that. I told you property means something that is owned by someone. You should say that as my right, right? The way intellect is nothing but idea. Just take all the ideas is nothing but intellect. Under property, in what way that is being expressed, in what way that is being innovated, in what way that is being put in. So that all comes under as a property. A right is nothing but, as I told you, under intellectual property, many components are there like copyrights, patents, trademarks, designs, this way. So when your intellect or the idea is being translated in form of expression of creativity thoughts or a kind of diagrams, ornaments, or a kind of photography or something, all these things could be protected by means of filing a copyright protection, which is a very important for artistic, dramatic, literary works. And when your idea is translated into the form of invention, then you can file a patent for that. So this is nothing but the technical know-how of an invention. I will tell you what exactly is happening. Don't get confused. See, I'm just still talking about the basics. Whatever the doubts you have, you just note it down and you can ask me the question. I can able to clarify those. So when your idea is translated in the form of identity or the quality of the goods or the services, whatever you are producing in the market, that can be protected under trademark. Right? And when your idea is translated just near the external appearance of a product, that can be protected under the intellectual property component called design protection. Okay, you don't want all anything copyright, you don't want copyright, you don't want patent, you don't want trademark, or you don't want design. Just you think that okay, the kind of information it should be only with me, it should not go anywhere. That can be protected under trade secret, but it's very dangerous to keep the trade secrets because since the time when you are here, that's okay. But later, who is going to take care, right? So keeping confidential disclosure, like no, this is trade secrets is having a lot of challenges that I will talk to you in later stages. Now, let's get into this slide. So I don't think it is relevant. So now come to this matter. So IPRs are necessary no matter which side of the wall you are on. So when you are having a home, you are having a compound wall, isn't it? The same way, you don't want others to enter into your compound wall until unless they are guests or they are known to you, then you will be allowed. Other people, the trespassing is not allowed, isn't it? The same way, when you are protecting your invention, you should be clear that whether your technology is new or you should not copy other people's invention or you should not copy other people's creativity. So you have to protect your own IPs and let others know your boundaries. Okay, this is what I protected. Don't enter into my boundary. If you are entering into my boundary, then I am liable to take an action on you. Okay, if you want to change any kind of things, you can change it, but change it in a very legitimate fashion. Don't become a trespasser knowingly or unknowingly on the other people's assets. Right. Now, the first component under IPR, I told you industrial property rights and copyrights. Coming to the industrial property rights, I told you that the IPR that is more relevant to the industry is nothing but industrial property rights. Under industrial property rights, we are talking about the patents, the first component called patent. So this word you mean listening so many times, even in movies also sometimes people say that so-and-so person is having patent on so-and-so thing. And also people who are having a patent are actually more knowledgeable. Yeah, of course, that's true. See, for filing a patent, it is not required that only a certain literate person or educated person should file. Anybody with a creative thought, anybody with intellectual mind can be eligible to file for a patent. Even there is no age criteria. Even a 6-year, 7-year-old also can file a patent if he is having an innovative subject on his. Like he should be able to come up with a kind of technical solution, right? So now, what exactly is the definition of patent? Patent is nothing but an exclusive right granted by government to an inventor for his invention. What it is to be given? Because it is to be given in exchange for the disclosure of working of the invention. You have developed an invention and you wanted it to protect from other parties. What you will be doing? You will be approaching the government. Government, I have come up with a lot of invention. This research outcome is very potential. I wanted some protection. So government, what it will do? It will read your technology and then it will analyze in all the parameters whether it is eligible to fall under the patent or not, and then it will give protection for 20 years so that nobody can copy. It is like, you are protecting your invention from the thieves, like who are fraudulently going to copy your invention. If somebody is copying your invention once after you getting a patent certificate, you have entire authority to go ahead for filing a case on the person who is copying this invention. So why government is interested to give this certificate? It is assuring the researcher that your hard work, your contribution to the technology needs to be encouraged, right? So if you think that it is not encouraged, what happens is you don't get any encouragement to further innovate or to further go for developing the next stage of invention. So this is very important. So now the thing is, like, what is patent's interest is you have to protect your invention. What exactly is a public interest? When you are disclosing the invention to the intellectual property office, it will be published in a public domain. Once it is published in public domain, the researchers who are all there in your field, they will go through it and they will understand, okay, till now the technology has been developed for so and so stage. So I need to develop further. Instead of wasting your time or wasting it's like reinventing the same wheel. So wheel is already invented. Without knowing that, if you are developing the wheel, what is the use? You are wasting your time, you are wasting your money, you are wasting all your physical efforts. So for that reason, you need to know till what extent the technology or the state of the art is being developed. From there, you need to come up to improvise the technology. So that is where it is important. So mostly when you are searching in Google, whenever you are asked to do some projects, you will go for Google and then you can search, okay, this is the technology. So you'll be searching it, right? So you'll be searching and knowing that this is where the technology has been developed. So you want to come up with different kind of improvisation. You should not copy the same thing, whatever existing in the market or existing in the public domain. So this way, it is mutually beneficial. So the coming persons, they will gain knowledge, and the person who already developed, he will get some kind of protection for 20 years. He is eligible to make it, use it, sell it, everything he can do it. See, and these patents could be given only for inventions. Understand? So many people have the doubt that patents can be granted for discoveries also. Generally speaking, inventions are nothing but a technical solution for a problem or a need that requires no attention to solve it. But whereas the discoveries is something that is already existing, but it's not been found. So patents cannot be given for discoveries. Only inventions are eligible for getting a patent granted certificate. Right. So this is not a social distancing, but it is like a social contract that has been implicit in the patent system. You first reveal the invention and get the exclusivity. Exclusivity, nothing but you will have authority to stop anybody who is copying your invention. So first you have to reveal it and then get the exclusivity from the government, so that others, like for example, you are from the biotechnology background, I am from the biotechnology background. You have come up with different kind of invention. So you reveal that invention to the government, and government give an exclusivity of 20 years protection to you. But after seeing that so and so person has got a patent, what I will do, I'll go through the patent, whatever is being filed by you. Then I will try to improvise that technology to the next level, so that I will also try to get a patent. But I should not able to copy the same invention or the same research that is being developed by you. Right? Now, you will get a doubt. Okay, so you are telling that you will be getting a patent certificate. So how should I use it further? So sometimes what happens is many of the researchers, the scientific community, they will be having a good knowledge knowledge in term coming up with different inventions, but they don't have a commercial viability to exploit it, market level. So what they can do is they can approach the companies that are relevant in this thing, and then they can explain to them stating that I got a patent granted on so and so, and then if the company is interested, you want the company can have a licensing agreement. So the company will take care of all the kind of marketing, selling, and whatever the profits they are getting, they will be giving it to you according to the percentage that you have claimed in the agreement. Hope you understood it. Right. So as I told you, patents are granted only for the inventions. According to the definition of the Indian Patent Act, invention means a new product or process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial application. So these three things can be, like as I told you, new product or process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial application. So this, I can say that the inventions are very tricky in nature. Like the moment when you say that it's invention, it has to fulfill certain criteria. It is simply not like you have found something. Okay, there is something existing. Some stone is existing and some microbe is already existing in the nature, but you are just finding it. That comes under discovery, as I told you. So it is not at all patentable. Discoveries are not at all patentable, and let's see that invention according to the section 21G. So inventions means a new product or a process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial application. So that means it is going to have three factors that are essential. First is novelty, next is inventive step, and third is industrial application. So three things are very essential when you wanted to file for a patent. Three factors are essential. First, you need to check whether these three factors are available for your invention or not. First is novelty. Novelty is nothing but newness. It should be completely new. It should not existing anywhere else in the world. Even if it is existing, it should show some kind of efficiency over the already existing thing in the market. Understand? Right. Sometimes people may say that okay, this is novel, this is very new, but once after doing some kind of search in Google or some kind of patent database, so you'll come to know that this technology is already available. The technology that is already available in the market, how can he will be claiming the patent for it? No, right? Definitely not. So novelty is important, the first factor, and second is inventive step. We also call it as in non-obviousness. So non-obviousness is nothing but a person who is skilled in the same art cannot able to copy your invention. So which involves a technically significant advanced, it comes like, and also it should be economically significant also. To give a good understanding on this inventive step, everybody knows bicycle. What is the purpose of bicycle? It is for transporting, right, from one place to another place. What if I say that the bicycle is being used for charging my mobile? Then it is completely not the specific use of the bicycle. But I am telling you that using bicycle, I am going to charge my mobile. How is it possible? It is possible by pedaling. When the pedaling is happening, the dynamo that is being attached to the wheel will be generating. The mechanical energy is converted into kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is being converted to electrical energy, and this electrical energy will be essential to give and to charge the mobile that is being attached to the handle or wherever it is being fixed, right? So this is completely technical, right? So when this is technical, definitely you'll be having a brighter chance for getting a patent granted. But it should not be simple, like, once the moment you are showing that thing, the other person is going to copy it. It should be having a technical know-how in it. That is the second factor. And third factor is industrial application, or it is also called as utility factor. It should be useful to the public. See, you have come up with a research outcome, you have commercialized it, and finally you should know where it is used, right? You should be used by the public, and also it should be used in the industries. So industrially it should be made, and industrially should be used. So that is what the utility factor. So three factors, as I told you. First is novelty, Second is non-obviousness. U is utility or industrial application. Just remember this way, NUN. N is nothing but novelty, U is nothing but utility, another N is nothing but non-obviousness. When your invention, when your research is fulfilling these three factors, then it is automatically eligible to file for a patent application. Got it? Yeah. So look at this flow chart, how it is happening. Inventor, for example, that icon, the inventor or assignee is you. Example, imagine that is you. You are having a technical document. You have a techno-legal document. We usually say patent document is nothing but a techno-legal document. Your research outcome should fulfill or it should satisfy novelty, inventive step, industrial applicability. When it is satisfying all these things, you can apply to the government, which is being given in the symbol here, right? The national emblem. So just apply as an agreement, then it will evaluate properly and then it will give you for 20 years. 20 years you will have a period so that you are the monopoly, you are the king or queen to exploit your research outcome to next level. You can enjoy all the benefits that are going to be for that thing. Nobody is going to be copying yours. If anybody is copying, you have entire authority to stop them and also claim for the damages that has been doing for your business. Right. So as I told you, subject matter, it could be a process. See, patents can be given even for a process also or product also. Process is nothing but the way how you are preparing it, something, the way how you are doing it. And product is nothing but the one which has come at the end product, right? So this is what. And as I told you, these either process or product should have a three factors. And also there are things that can not be patentable that also you need to consider. See, you know that what could be patentable, and also you should be knowing what are all not eligible under patentable subject matter. No, I just wanted to tell you. So here, everybody knows that this Blaise Pascal, right? Blaise Pascal who's nothing but a French philosopher and a kind of a physicist and also a famous inventor. Just at the age of 19 years, what he has done is his dad is a tax collector. So he has seen his dad was suffering a lot, calculating the tax, how much he has to collect by hand, and he's spending a lot of time. He's not spending any time to talk to him or not. So what he thought, he wanted to help his daddy, or just by inventing something. So he has developed a mechanical adding machine, which is called Pascaline. Even now it is being used. So that's where the starting point. So. See, he felt there is a need. He felt there is need that is not available in the market. So he has developed an invention called mechanical adding machine. With that, his dad is able to calculate the tax, how much he has to collect everyday basis. In a very simple, the task which needs to be completed more than hours, he is doing it within an hour. So that way, it will make this process simplify. Whatever. So imagine, since from the time. Since from beginning, I can say that humans everywhere been inventing. Imagine the alphabets that I'm communicating to you, and the seeds we are just being shared, and the kind of ink, the paper. These are all invention. That is the human brain behind each of these inventions. Now we are talking in this way, like you are looking at the slides and technology, because look at the mobile, that is also a technical know-how that has been patented. The laptops that has been patented, the mouse, and the platform what we are talking now, Google Meets, right? This is also a patented one. So everybody, everywhere, the technical advancement happens only when there is a proper system of protecting them. Otherwise, people will feel fear. They will enter into the market or not. So here, whatever your knowledge is important. Your knowledge comes with different kinds of solutions to solve the problems. So you can also be encouraged to protect it by means of a proper system called IPR. That is. Now let's see that what are the things that cannot be eligible under the patentable stuff. So frivolous and contrary to the natural laws. So for example, I'm saying that Newton law, you know that. So the one once if it is falling. So if I develop invention that is not fulfilling the natural laws, then it is not eligible for filing a patent. If you say contrary to public order or morality, or animal plant life. If I say I developed a I developed an invention that is against to the animal life or plant life, this is not eligible for filing a patent. If it is even morality or obscenity, all these things that are going to damage the environment are not coming under the patentability criteria. If you want to file for a patent, no, you cannot be given a patent grant for those things. And also, as I told you, mere discovery, this is not, and also mere mixture things. You may say that I took some water, I took some salt, and then I mixed it in some proportionate, and this is can be an invention. No, it cannot be, because just mixed it different proportions. But when you are mixing these ingredients in different proportionate, it should show some kind of synergetic activity. Synergetic activity is nothing but the improvisation of the thing, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. It should not say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. The kind of efficiency should come. That's what we say technically significant and kind of advanced. So you cannot, and also mere arrangement and rearrangement of the things are not eligible for filing a patent. You have umbrella, you got a digital clock, then just fixing to the handle of the umbrella is not eligible for filing a patent. But you have to come up with different kind of methods so that it could be eligible for filing a patent. And method of agriculture. If you are doing agriculture on your farmland, say that this method of agriculture is yielding more results to you, that also not eligible under patent. And also method of treatment. If doctors are treating you, they cannot file a patent for method of treatment. And anybody whoever says that this is the way I am treating a person or patients, so I cannot be eligible for filing a patent on it. So just like that, you cannot file a patent on plants, animals, including seed varieties, species, biological process. But here the exception is microbes. Microbes can be patentable provided when you do some kind of genetic engineering techniques. For example, everybody knows that superbug. Superbug is nothing but Pseudomonas putida is a microbe that's been developed, genetically engineered by Anand Mohan Chakrabarty. Why he has developed or genetically engineered the plasmid inside the microbe means he wanted to make sure the oil pollution that is happening in the oceans that needs to be mitigated, that needs to be reduced. For that reason, he has developed a specific microbe genetically engineered. This microbe, once enter into this oceans or a water habitat, so it will be, this microbe has the capability to degrade the oil into small things, so that oil pollution could be reduced. So that's where the microbe is eligible for filing a patent. Just mere microbe cannot be eligible for a patent. Remember, you need to do a genetic engineering on the plasmid level or the genome level on the microbe. Then only it is eligible for filing a patent. So, but in the US, what happens is anything under the sun that is made by man is patentable in USA. This is what actually. So that's why they got a lot of patents, and wherein in India we have a limited versions, like we have so many rules and regulations, but we are following those. Yeah. Now, till now you have seen what is patent. Now, why patent? Why patent is nothing but you have to make it, right? You have to manufacture it, or you have to use it, or if you are not capable of that, you have to offer for sale. You don't want to have much of the interest. What you can do, you can sell it to the person who is interested for bulk figure. Okay, this is what actually I am looking for. I need some crores for so and so technology I developed. So you can get crores for the exchange of your invention. So you can also gift, just like people will be gifting you land or something in your family. The same way, when you feel that okay, this technology is very crucial, I want to give it this as a gift to my hierarchy, like the son or daughter, whoever is there. So they will also get benefit. And also when you are importing the invention into the India, that is also very important. Right. So just take this example. Everybody Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola, Coke tins are there. You know how it should be opened. There is a opening process, and this process, this is also a patented version. This has been developed by an inventor called Phrase. What he did is he has filed a patent immediately. Once after filing a patent, he got a granted certificate. After getting a certificate, Coca-Cola company approached this guy, the inventor Phrase, and asked that, so this seems to be interesting, can you give this thing to us? We are ready to pay you the money, whatever it is. But this guy is very smart and very intelligent that I don't want to sell it to you, but wherein I'm interested to give it for licensing. Licensing means I'm ready to get into the agreement. You sell the Coca-Cola for each and every tin that is being sold in the market. I require 1 by 10th of the profit. That means minimum 1 by 10th of the profit means you can imagine that he has to do nothing. He has to just go hard for licensing agreement. He has to sign it. What happened? Just he has to do nothing. He has to sit. That's it. And the rest of the work like marketing, selling, and different countries, everything should be taken care by the Coca-Cola company. Whenever Coca-Cola is being purchased by you, 1 by 10th of the profit goes to a person who is the inventor for this small technology, which is a opening. So that much it is important. Imagine he got his patent and now he got pounds, thousands and thousands of pounds. He is now a billionaire just with this invention, having a patent granted. Yeah. So this is again significance, the importance. I say that when you are having a company or institutes who are having a patents, then they will be given more importance than the person who is not having a patents. Right. So that's the way in other countries, if you say all bigger universities like Oxford, Harvard, or all these universities, they have a proper system of protecting their inventions by means of patents. They have extra division to protect all their inventions. That's why they are actually self-sufficient in terms of the money that is being acquired by the or sponsored by the industries, right? Because they will have a negotiation, just like okay, we our college has developed an invention, and then they will talk to the company. You do the marketing and commercializing everything. Whatever the profit is coming, you please rope into our college or the institution. So this is very much important, and also measures one's success, like company success or institution success. For example, your college is filing a lot of patents. That means your success is also being measured in this way, like in terms of ranking systems or something like that. This all depends upon you as the students or the researchers. You should come up with different innovations and talk to your professors and tell to your professors, and this is what I have developed and how we should protect it. So this comes way, a long way, so that you can also get a credit. Okay, that much essential it is, right? So advantage. So as I told you, it will avoid the duplication of research, and it keeps abreast with the latest development in different fields of technology, and helps industry to improve existing technology to produce cheaper and better products. So that's way. So I just wanted to give an example here. Sometimes the patents can be given even for a person who actually, I will tell you one name. Her name is Margaret Knight. Her name is Margaret Knight. She is just 12 years old. When she is 12 years old, when she is visited a textile loom industry, there she witnessed an accident. Just by seeing that thing, she has developed an invention called stop motion device. When some accident is happening, all the machines should be stopped at a time, so that it will be mitigating further damage. So for that, she has got a patent, and throughout her lifetime, she has got more than 25 patents. And even that she is the inventor for flat bottom bag. When you are having a bag that is being purchased in the stores, it will have flat bottom, right? So that paper bag having the flat bottom is also been invented by her earlier. So that much it is important. Right. Now, as I told you, we have been grown so used to these things, we often don't think of them as inventions, but they're all inventions. Look at this. If you can identify, there are a lot of patented products in and around that desk. You can identify on your own because there are a lot of things out there. Hope by this time you would have got some idea. Let's see that what exactly. LCD monitors, LCD stands, printers, speakers, phones, staple remover, post-it notes. Interestingly, post-it notes, hope everybody knows that post-it notes is also an invention that's been developed by a 3M engineer, an engineer who's working on developing a stronger glue. He failed in his experiment. When he failed in experiment, then he ignored that, it is very, very weak glue. Why should I? Because his objective is develop a very stronger glue. So he kept it away. So once after some time, so his friend has come. So he was reading some book and then putting as a bookmark. So he felt that why can't we use this weak glue as a bookmark? Because this weaker glue speciality is it won't leave any debris or any kind of scratches or kind of sticky stuff on the paper where it has been stuck, isn't it? So that is the uniqueness of it. So they felt that why can't we file a patent on this thing? So of course they've got a patent for that weaker glue. Though the experiment is failed, they have utilized the another alternative method, alternative use. That's why whenever you are doing a research, when you are failed in experiment, don't ever get disappointed or despair. So try to see the other dimension. Think out of the box. A lateral thinking is must and essential for researchers who wanted to develop something better for the society. All these technologies, why they have been developed? To better and sophisticate the society so that for the comfortable living of a human beings, as well the better earth or environment. No? Even sometimes there are technologies that will be developed to mitigate the pollution. So that's what. So binder clip, ergonomic keyboard, keyboard support, computer mouse, iPhone, whole bunches, tab. These are all things being patented. So now you understood, right? So this is what it is. Now, when to patent? So I told you when to patent is nothing but the movement. The only thing is you need to get inspiration whether you want to develop something that is not available in the market, or when you get inspiration that you want to solve something unique for the problem that is available in the society. So you need to identify it, and then you need to work creatively. I mean to say that you need to think creatively to come up with a solution for that problem. After coming up with this solution, you need to work hard to make sure that solution is workable in nature. Just thinking a creative idea is not enough. You have to make your creative idea to be workable in nature. Without workable in nature, what happens? It goes completely waste. So that's way. No, we as an Indian, because India, many people having good knowledge. We are blessed with a lot of human brilliancy, but we are limiting only just mere to the publications in the research papers. But we are not making it to be workable in nature so that it could be filed for a patent. But whereas in other countries, first they will file patent and then they will go for publishing. So as you wanted to be inventor, first thing is you need to identify the problem, work towards it, and second thing is you need to research it. Research the prior art that is already available, because so as to avoid the money and time, because you need to know where exactly the technology is developed. That's what I told you, right? So you have to search properly. Don't ever search only in the library books or only with the teachers or the professors. You need to go through even a patent database. There are patent database. You have to go through it. It is very much available free of cost. Google patents. Go through Google patents. You will get n number of research outcome, research results, so that you will know, okay, this is what has been already patented. Okay, why can't I develop different level? So that's what it is essential. Once after doing research, third thing is you need to experiment properly. You need to experiment, and as I told you, don't ever get disappointed when you are getting a failure results, but you can continue further. Also, you need to think that the failed results can be used for other use also, right? Sometimes accidental innovation is also possible. You know about penicillin, right? The antibiotic that has been developed by Alexander Fleming. He didn't expected that he will be developing a penicillin antibiotic. He found it accidentally in his lab. The same way, there are chances that you may get some path-breaking invention. Only thing is your commitment, your perseverance, your dedication all the time is essential for developing a kind of innovation. After experimenting, what you need to do is you need to go ahead for applying a patent. But what happens in India? Once after doing research or experimenting, they will go ahead for publication in the research papers or journals, or they will go on present papers. When you think that your research is having a potential outcome, you have to go for filing a patent. Once after filing a patent, then you enter into exhibition or presentation, or you can publish also, no issue, right? After that, we can go ahead for commercialization. This is the process. First is identifying the problem, identifying the innovation. Second thing is research. Third thing is experiment. Fourth thing is applying a patent. Fifth thing is like entering into competition. Last thing is commercialize it. This is the way, the process that needs to go ahead. Right. So when you don't know what exactly is available already, this is what it happens. See in this thing, the aircraft. Everybody knows that aircraft landing requires wheels, and that wheels has sides, air pockets, and these air pockets will be essential to rotate the tire, the wheel when the flight is landing on the runway, isn't it? So this has been already been developed in the year 1931 itself. But what happens in the United Kingdom? There is one guy who don't know about that is already being filed a patent. So he simply wasted his time in developing the same invention. So it's wasted, right? Something that is already filed in 1931, he is also coming with the same invention. So here he won't get any patent for it. So for that reason, we need to check the prior art till what extent the technology is being developed. This is very important. Right, as I told you, publish, maybe you will be searching only Google search only. You should also search in patents of Google patents. 80% is available, freely available in this thing. So this is also free to use. That is a very good thing. But many people, many researchers, scientists, they won't utilize this very well. So I think it is a high time that at least you as youngsters, you should be sensitized on this thing and you should use that very well. Yeah. How to patent? So this is another interesting element. So you can say that you have got invention and event, how to patent, like you have developed. So the moment once you know that is potential in nature, you can go and file for a provisional patent. There are two kinds of application. One is provisional patent application, second is complete patent application. Provisional patent application is nothing but to block the date of filing, first come first serve basis. Everybody knows here. I just wanted to give some example. As everyone knows that Alexander Graham Bell is the inventor of telephone. Do you know that there is also inventor of the telephone, but he didn't file the patent? That's what. See, Alexander Graham Bell filed the patent 2 hours before another person by name Elisha Gray. Elisha Gray also inventor of telephone, but he failed to file a patent much before Alexander Fleming. Now, who we are remembering? We are remembering Alexander Fleming. Alexander Graham Bell. So he's the inventor of telephone. So you need to file for the patent immediately once after you know that all the factors, whatever I spoke to you, is fulfilling. So it should be having all these things, best mode of everything. You need to work it out because I think we are running short of time. I'll just run through some slides. I don't want to go ahead much in detail. As I told you, filing date is important. Examination does not delay. So it's also filing fee is also very low. You may think that it costs some lakhs. No, it is just mere some thousands. Nothing. It is not going to be costly also for filing a patent application. Many people have the stigma, okay, why to file a patent? Because it is very costly affair, it is very complicated stuff. It is not like that. So nowadays it is called like when you file a patent application is almost is equal to PhD holder, isn't it? So try to have a kind of interest, a passion to develop something that is not available in the market. Yeah. So whenever you want to file a patent, don't ever publish. If you are publishing in a press release or conference presentation, your research is not at all eligible for filing a patent. So no publication, strict no to the publication. And also don't sell your products. If you think that, okay, already I developed something, I wanted to sell it in market, you should not sell it in the market. Why means? Because once the moment it is published or sold in the market, what happens is the first factor I told you, right? Novelty, that has been killed. That has been killed means it's already there in the public. So how could you claim that this is new? So to make sure that is new, first you need to file a patent. NDA. Whenever you are giving a presentation in some kind of conference, you need to have a non-disclosure agreement when you really think that your research is having a potential outcome. And also seek professional advice, file before others do. So that's what before others do, because this is a very competitive world. The same person, the person who is having the same idea, maybe some other country will be having the same idea. So he may file patent before you. So it is imperative for you to file for immediately. Yeah, this is all. I don't want to. This is a European patent application. How does it look? So I don't want to So patent document consists of specifications and claims. And this is where how the grant of certificate looks, USA. All right. Right. So this is what how many. This you look at these companies. All the companies are having thousands and thousands of patents just by without protecting any of the technology. No company will get into the market, and no company will be famous, and no company will be having a brand image. So having patents creates an image, and it commands respect at the bargaining table. So when you have a patent, then only you will be confident to bargain. Like this is what I want. If you don't have any patents, you are completely helpless. You can't do anything. So remember this Toyota is company. In his lifetime, he acquired 84 patents, 35 derivative models. The total number of patents having in this company is more than thousands. Honda is a group actually. They also got it. Japanese patents, 97,000 patents they do have. Sony, they do have a lot of patents. That's why it is very important the economic development of the nation. So the moment when you have more and more of the patents and when you export to other countries, the other countries also purchase our products and the money will be coming to us as well. When we are getting the money, we will be paying the tax to the government. When we are paying the tax, then automatically the country's economic development will be increased. That's right. So sometimes there are companies that will be cooperating each other. Sony, Samsung, they will have a cross licensing agreement. This is called forming a strategic alliance. I don't want to discuss. Okay, the first one patents we have discussed. The second IPR component, industrial designs. Industrial design is nothing but the external appearance of the product. Earlier, what we spoke about the technical know-how of the product or process. Now we are talking just appearance. Don't ever think much detail that okay, how is it working? What is the functional mode? How it has been processed? Never ever think on those demands. Only thing is how the appearance of the product, that is look and feel of the product, can be also protected under industrial design. So this can be protected only under design. Don't ever confuse with the patents and designs. Designs protects only the external appearance of the products. Like for example, t-shirts and the kind of ornaments, the refrigerators, even the laptop, the mobile, what you are holding. The same mobile, the brand of that company cannot be having the same design, right? Different designs will be coming external appearance. You may have the volume broker sides and then the USB port and the white kind of hinges, the kind of dual phone, something like that. So this is one person is filing a design protection. That same design protection cannot be given to other designs, right? Imagine how the sophistication. Apple's no, it's shuffle, and then it goes with nano, and then classic. Now it is touch. That's why it is very important. It should be new. When you want to file for a design, it should be new. It should be original in nature and not previously published. And it cannot be contrary to the public. Sometimes people say that I'll keep religious stuff. I wanted a design for that. It is not possible. Not compressor containing a scandalous or obscene matter also cannot be eligible for filing a design. So this is what, see, the design, the Apple company has been evaluated. Like this is what evolution happened, from the 1976 till 2009, and now we are getting a lot of sophisticated systems. That is where the design factor actually decides the value of the products. When you go to your market, when you want to purchase some laptop, you will definitely go for the laptop that is sleek and slim than the one which is bulkier in nature, because you like the design, isn't it? So the design is influencing the purchasing capability of the customer, that is you. So the companies will be investing to make sure that the design is also being protected properly. Yeah. So around these things, look at this, all these consumer products, the brushes, irons, wallet, scissors, combs, even the sandals, the slippers, the watch, everything can be protected under design element. Pharmaceutical products, syringes, injections, this kind of things, inhalers, or the vials, sanitizers, everything, the pills, the kind of design, the pills also can be protected on this design. Jewelry products, textiles, you're having different textile design that can be protected. If you have an ornament that is very unique in nature, collections, people say that collections, right? Collections, we think nothing but only one will be there because that has been protected under design. If the design is already old, or definitely many people will be having the same design by implemented by some others. Yeah. So now the second component we have finished. The third IPR component is trademark. Trademark is nothing but the brand or the word, a name, symbol that gives a goodwill of that acquires the goodwill of the customers. Whenever you go to the market or you are purchasing in a supermarket, you have something in your mind. Okay, I want to purchase so and so goods of so and so brand. Why means because you got attracted towards the quality and the durability and the kind of goodness of that product. So next time, whenever you go to supermarket, you will be purchasing those branded products only instead of going for the brand which is not known to you, right? That's the way brand is very much essential. Whenever you are keeping a business, you are keeping a name. That name is nothing but a brand. So that name is meant for the quality of the services, quality of the product. The same way, like when you go to Tata, there are a lot of brands like LT, Google. These are all brands. So they got famous over the years of their goodwillness that is got from the customers. Function of their trademark. Just by seeing the red color in the font, whether even the spelling is also wrong. Also, sometimes people think that there's Coca-Cola, right? That much of importance that has got the Coca-Cola. The functions is like it will guarantees unchanged quality. It advises goods. All these things are very much essential whenever you would like to exploit in terms of commercial scale acquisition, like joint mergers, technology transfer agreements, licensing issues. All these things will be essential when you are filing it. Yeah, there are a lot of forms of trademark. For example, your college name is there. You wanted to file for a trademark because the same college name should not be copied by some other, because your college is meant for the quality of the education. The thing cannot be done. For example, you would have seen that VIT under the circle. No, they could have kept R inside the circle. That means that is being protected under trademark. So the same brand or the same VIT name cannot be used by the other institutes, whichever is being placed in the world. That's where it is very important. And JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Colgate, that is also a trade dress, because just by seeing the color of that red and blue, then you can understand, okay, this is a Colgate and the kind of font. And also there are certain marks like wool mark, silk mark. This can be protected under trademark. And also, interestingly, sounds of the things also can be protected, like Yahoo. And that is it's a very, very old thing, but I don't know, definitely you might be knowing, but you might be knowing this MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer. So whenever you see some Hollywood movies, you'll be getting this a lion that has been roaring sound, right? That roaring of the sound is being protected under trademark. The same roaring of the sound cannot be used by the other organization whoever is in the Hollywood or movie industry. That's what. CA. This is also like, maybe chartered accountant associations. This is meant for the quality. That means that is being authenticated by so and so person. Yeah. So don't ever think that trademark can be given for everything. It is not like that. If you say that I wanted to file a trademark for emblem of India, you cannot get it. If you say that I will make some religious stuff like Krishna, Rama, or something like that, I wanted to file a patent, file a trademark on this thing, you cannot be getting it. It should be unique in nature. It should be coined in nature, so that there should be a concept behind it. It should be distinctive in respect of the goods as well. For example, I'll tell you, Apple. I can come to the company of Apple. Is Apple is selling fruits of apple? No, right? Apple is selling the electronic gadgets. So that's way it is completely different. So it should not depict or describe the nature of your business. Either it should be completely unique in nature. Apple is not at all selling any fruits. Apple is not selling apples, right? It is selling electronic gadgets, and it has become very popular in the globe because of their continuous improved quality. That's why they acquire the goodwill of the customers, right? So Coca-Cola, Toblerone is chocolate. Sometimes the shape of the things also could be protected. Toblerone is chocolate, is in triangle shape. That shape of the chocolate is being protected under trademark. So like Godrej, you have under Godrej so many things, refrigerators, furnitures. That's why we call it as trade names. Yeah, this I don't want to tell. Yeah, look at this, how the copying is happening. Is it? It's tied. It's actually tied, but it is showing TIDS. And here Aquafina is being copied conveniently by Aqua only. LGG. Actually, it should be LDE. If it is Puma, they kept KUMA, Puma. And also look at the logo on top of that. There was a swine. There should be some kind of Puma animal should be there, but the animal logo is also been completely changed. So this way, the illiterate people sometimes they get confused and they'll get to know, okay, this is the same product. For example, TIDS is going, they'll think that okay, it is a tide because earlier first time I purchased tide, it is also with the same color, same logo, same design, but they can't spell it properly. So that's why they get cheated easily. Yeah, there's some other examples like Glucose D, Glucon D, Nestle, Nasty, Oreo, Coco, Home Lights. There is even matchsticks. There are a lot of differences. Imagine here, Kinder Joy. So look at this King Joy. Anybody seen that? Kinder Joy and King Joy. Actually, the original version is Kinder Joy. They have protected it properly. But here, the King Joy, the way Oral B, like that it is. So this is where the brand names are having a lot of value. How means it is very, very important for a company when they are into. So everybody knows Quaker Oats, right? Quaker Oats. Actually, when the company is running under loss, all the partners decided that we wanted to split up. One person asked, I wanted machinery. One person asked about the land. But only one person who said that I want only brand name. That brand name he took back and then again he started the business. And now globally, imagine when it comes to the oats, we say Quaker Oats is a very famous. So that's when the brand name stands forever than the physical assets and the machinery that has been having. Everybody says that the knowledge, whatever you have in your mind, is much mightier than any physical assets. That is what we are living in the knowledge economy, knowledge world. It is. This is more important. Okay. So now we have completed all the industrial property like patents, designs, trademarks, and then everything we have completed under the industrial designs. Now let's come to the copyrights. As I told you, literary, artistic, dramatic works can be protected under copyrights. So the actual period of protection is for 60 plus lifetime of the author. For example, Ilayaraja is composing, is a musician. What he will be doing, he will be composing songs with a beautiful compositions. So he is eligible to get a copyright protection for 60 years plus lifetime of the author. That means throughout his lifetime plus another 60 years wherein his generation, like his son, Yuvan Shankar, can enjoy the rights of his songs. Right? So that's way, this is very important. Like the same way, lyrics for a song, Vairamuthu. So he's also writing lyrics for a song. So he will also be getting a copyright protection. So earlier you could have listened that there is a rift or conflict between Balasubramaniam and Ilayaraja. This happened because Balasubramaniam was singing songs in abroad in concerts without the permission of Ilayaraja. That's what, there is a small conflict. And then, of course, they got finally settled. But it is what actually, Ilayaraja felt that whatever the compositions he has made, Balasubramaniam was singing songs in abroad and he's getting money, wherein he is not getting any money, isn't it? So that's why whatever you were seeing in these days in some Spotify or somewhere, all these music apps. So those app companies, they have to pay money for the music composition, musicians also for playing, for having that things. Understand? Yeah. So I want to discuss more. Yeah, just to sum it up again for a mobile. Let's take example of mobile. Mobile is a pack of all IP components. The technology that is being present inside that can be protected by means of patents, and the logo, the brand that is being embossed on the device. For example, Apple, iPhone, that can be protected under trademark. And then design, the form factor. How is it looking, the kind of touch screen, the side to unlock image, round corners, all these things could be protected under design. And the last thing, copyright can be protected. Copyrights protection can be given for the instruction manual. Like, once after opening that, you will find the instruction manual, how to operate, how to take care of everything. All these things can be protected under that. And the software code also. Interestingly, in India, softwares are not patentable. Softwares are considered just like literature only, under literature only. So whatever literature, artistic, dramatic works can be protected only under copyright. Hope you understood. So this is the best example of it. Yeah, there is also another thing called geographical indication. I don't think that it is relevant to you, but it is interesting that regional specific products like Kanjivaram silks, Tanjore Veena, Agrapeta, Darjeeling tea, and Nagpur oranges, Pokali rice. All these things will be particular to so-and-so region. So, as an association, to encourage the association not to get vanished, so government is giving a separate kind of protection in the form of geographical indications, so that the artisans will get benefits. Yeah, banana silks. Look at these examples: Aranmula mirror, silver, Nilgiri tea, basmati rice, Bengal cotton, Madurai sungidi. All these things also will be protected under GIs. Yeah, trade secret. As I told you, there is nothing else required. Just keep it with you. The formula. Example is Coca-Cola ingredients. Coca-Cola has kept the formula for so many years, but finally now it is revealed. So we don't know when it will be revealed. So you should be very cautious. This is a complication with the trade circle. Yeah, yeah, that's it. And in India, we have five IP offices. One is in Delhi for north, and for east we have in Kolkata. For west we have in Mumbai. For South India we have Chennai. So imagine four offices are there, and Tamil Nadu is blessed because they have an office in Chennai itself. Even if Hyderabad or Andhra or Kerala or Karnataka they want to file for IP protection, they have to approach Chennai office. So being in Tamil Nadu or you are having an entire facility, you can avail all these facilities. So this is very important for you. Yeah. So finally, we as ID Vision IP, we do a lot of searches like patentability searches, prior art searches. As I told you, you'll be just doing normal literature search. We'll be doing a complete technical search to let you know whether the patent can be granted for your invention or not. Even after you submitting the patent in patent office, what happens is the patent office will be evaluating your research or the document, and then they will come up with kind of observations. So this is what actually. So that's it. Thank you for your time. If you have any queries, you can get back to me. I'm happy to respond. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful presentation. Now I call upon students to ask sir if they have any queries.
So good afternoon, sir. Can I ask one question, sir?
Sure, ma'am.
Yes. Regarding patent, it is for 20 years.
Yes.
No, sir? Yeah. And for copyright, you said it's for 60 years.
60 plus lifetime of the author. That means
60 plus.
A person is getting a copyright, even his generation for the next 60 years, they can get it.
You can use it. And what about design and trademarks? Is it for the lifetime? Is it like?
Yeah, no, it is not for lifetime. Design is for 10. First is 10 for 10 years, and then we have to extend it for another 5 years. So totally 15 years for a design. And for trademark, every 10 years you need to renew it.
You have to renew it. Okay.
Every 10 years we have to renew it. For designs completely it is 15 years. But first 10 years, then again we have to extend for another 5 years.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So, my dear students, if you have any clarifications to be made, if you have any doubts, you can ask, sir.
Hope it's been exhaustive. I guess everybody.
Yes, it was really. We had we got a lot of information, and it's and clearly you explained each and every segment of it. That is copyright, design, patent, and trademarks. And this was only one. If there's no queries, we can go for the vote of thanks, Rekha. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I call upon Dr. Hemapriya ma'am to deliver vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. My voice is audible, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. As all good things come to an end in life, so is the webinar. On behalf of DKM College for Women Autonomous, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar on Introduction to IPR and its significance. Behind every successful event, there is a toil and effort of many people. Without a word of appreciation to them, no event is complete. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Dr. Dinesh Kumar Vannam, Assistant Vice President, Ideation IP, Chennai, for honoring the session in spite of his busy schedule. We are really enlightened with your lecture, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Firstly, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to our Secretary D. Maninathan sir, who always provides an invisible hand of support behind every event organized by us. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere gratitude to our Principal, Dr. R. Bhanumati Madam, the guiding light who has been constantly supporting us all the time. Thank you, ma'am. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our IAC President, Dr. Amritavalli ma'am, for her excellent motivation, valuable suggestions, and perpetual encouragement throughout the years. Thank you, ma'am. A special thanks to the organizing committee and faculties for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to our students for their active participation. With these warm words and kind message, we move on to the end of today's webinar. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for having this opportunity given and interacting with you, all of you. And if anybody is having any queries or clarification later stages also, they are very much welcome to approach me. My number is there with you all the time, so you can come back to us. So I'm ready to talk and clarify any kind of.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you very much.
Have a great day. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you. We can wind up the session, Rekha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.